Hello everyone. Today topics of discussion are linked list, representation of a linked list in memory, and operations on linked list. Let us start with what is a linked list. A linked list is an ordered linear collection of finite homogeneous data elements called nodes. In a simple term, we can say that a linked list is a collection of nodes. Each node contains two fields. First field contains the information and another field contains a pointer. Each node points to the another node which is of the same type. That's why a linked list is also called a self-referential data type. Linked list is a dynamic data structure. We have seen the array. An array is a static data structure. In this picture, you can see the node contains two components. First component is the data and another component is a link. A link is the address, which gives the address of the another node in a linked list. In C language, we define a link or node as follows. Struct is a reserved word followed by name of the node, that is a node, followed by the left braces, followed by the data type. Here you can see the data, followed by the struct node star next. Here you can see next is a pointer of type struct node, followed by the right braces and followed by a semicolon. This way we can define a node in a C language. Here you can see the example of a linked list. Here you can see head is a pointer which points to the first node in a linked list. And you can also see the last node and the next field contains the value null. It indicates there is no more node in a linked list. There are two ways we can represent a linked list in computer memory. First is the static representation and second is the dynamic representation. In static representation, two arrays are used, both of the same size. First array contains the data and second array contains the pointers. Here you can see the head. Head points to the first node in a linked list. Here you can also see the head has the address 3 and it points to the first node and the first node contains the value, you can see 53. Next node is found at the address 0, that is a 38. Next node is at location 2, that is 64. Next node at location 4, that is 10. Next node at location 5, that is 82. Next node at location 7, that is the 80. And next, the address in this field is a null, means there is no more node in a linked list. This way, you can define a linked list in a language that does not support dynamic memory management. These are some points about static representation. Two parallel arrays of equal size are allocated, which should be sufficient to store the entire list. Despite this, contradicts the idea of a linked list. Here you can see some languages which do not support the dynamic memory management. Algol, Proton, and Basic. And suppose you want to implement a linked list in a language Proton, and Proton does not support a dynamic memory management. If suppose in that language you want to implement a linked list, you can take the help of the array. With the help of arrays, you can implement a linked list in the language which does not support a dynamic memory management. Next topic, what is a dynamic memory management? Memory bank, memory manager, garbage collector, and next is a dynamic memory management. So let us see. During the creation of a linked list, whenever a node is required, a request is placed to the memory manager. Memory manager will then search memory bank for requested block of memory. If found, grants requested block of memory to the caller. Garbage collector plays a role whenever node is no more in use. It returns back the unused node to memory bank. And memory bank is a list of storage which is available to the programmer. Such type of memory management is called a dynamic memory management. Okay. These are the some operations we can perform on a linked list. Traversing the list, inserting a node into the list, deleting a node from the list, searching for an element in the list, merging the linked list with another one, and copying the list to make the duplicate of it. We have already seen how will we define a node in a C language. Here you can see how we will declare, how we will define a variable of pointer type in a C language. Struct node followed by this star and followed by the head. So here head is a pointer of type struct node. First operation which we are going to perform on linked list is traversing list. Traversing means visiting each element of a linked list. Here in figure you can see the head is a pointer which points the first node in a linked list. Okay. The question is how will you access the element, the data of a linked list. Head is a pointer, head followed by row and followed by the name of the field. Here name of the field is suppose the data. So head followed by row and followed by data gives the access of the first element of the node. That is here you can see 50. Process this data and what will be our next step? We want to go to the next node. The question is how will we go to the next node? Here you can see head is a pointer which points to the first node. It has two fields. You can see one is the data and next field is the next. The name of the next field is a next, which is a pointer which points to the another node in a linked list. Is that clear? Suppose we want to go to the next node. So how will you go? You simply set head equal to head followed by row and followed by next. Then this head points to the next node in a linked list. Process that node, and how will we process? Simply head followed by arrow and followed by name of the field. Here name of the field is a data. So head followed by row followed by data gives the access of the second node item. And we want to repeat this process until the head contains the value null. So repeating this process, we visit each node in a linked list. Is it clear? The process is clear. Now the first step is repeat steps 2 to 3 until head becomes to null. Let us see. We have seen process head followed by row and followed by data. This way we can process the first item in a linked list. Depending on our operation, our requirement, suppose we want simply we print the items. So here we write the statement print head data. Okay. And next step is head is equal to head next. So this way we go to the next node in a linked list. And we repeat this process until this head becomes to the null. So next step is the step 4 is the exit. Is it clear? So this way we can visit each node in a linked list. Here you can see detailed operations. Head points to this first node, and suppose we want to go to the next node, we set only head is equal to head next. Now head points to the next node, and when we write this head is equal to head next, then node goes to the next node in a linked list. Okay. Now next operation which we want to perform on a linked list is the searching an item in list. Suppose we want to search 20 exist in a linked list or not. So how will we perform these operations? We always start from the head and followed by row and followed by, you can say, the name of the field, suppose the data. So head data. Each head data is equal to 20. If yes, we exit from the loop. If no, what we will want to do? We will go to the next node. And how will you reach to the next node? Simply head equal to head next. And again compare head data is equal to 20. If yes, exit from the loop. Otherwise, again set head is equal to head next. And we repeat this process until the item found or item not found. Okay. Now, the step 1 is repeat step 2 until head becomes to null. Let us see what is our step 2. Here you can see. If search item is equal to head data, we simply print item found. Next, go to step 4, and what is the step 4? Exit. If item does not exist, if item does not exist in the list, in a specific node, not the list, in a specific node, we set head is equal to head next. And we repeat this process until the head becomes to null or item found. Okay. Now, next operation, inserting a node or item in a linked list. There are several ways we can insert a node in a linked list. New node, or you can say the item, is inserted at the beginning, or inserted at the end, or inserted after a given node, and you can also say inserted before a given node. Let us see one by one these operations. Suppose we want to insert a node at the beginning of a linked list. Let us take first item is 50, and at this time when we are going to insert the first node in a linked list, the head points to the null. Means linked list at this time linked list does not exist. Means we set head is equal to null. Is it clear? The name of the algorithm, suppose insert at front. This algorithm takes two parameter. First is the head pointer to the node, and next is the item which we want to insert at the beginning of a linked list. What will be our first step in this algorithm? We declare PTR as a pointer variable of type node. And how will we declare PTR as a pointer variable in C language? Simply struct node followed by star and followed by the PTR and followed by the colon. Our next step is allocate memory space for PTR variable. And how will we allocate memory space for a pointer? Simply PTR is equal to bracket, write down struct node star followed by malloc is a function followed by size of struct node means okay, and followed by semicolon. After this, the system, the compiler allot memory space and the PTR points to the that memory space. Is it clear? Now PTR points to the allocated memory space. As we know, the node contains the two parts. First is the data and this is the next. Name of the next field is next. Is it clear? PTR points to the allocated memory. Is it clear? Next step. If PTR is null, what it means? Overflow means user memory is exhausted, means there is no space in computer. In that space, in that case, you will go to the step 8. If PTR is not equal to null, then we set PTR data is equal to item. What is our first item? Item is 50. Now you can see in the pictures, we store 50 into the memory space allocated by the compiler. And PTR points to the node, and node contains here 50. When 50 is the first item, in that case, I have already told head points to the null. So if head is equal to null, what will be our next step? PTR next is equal to head. Means what we will want to write, here you can store null. I'm not writing at this time the else. What we will do, if a linked list has at least one item. Okay. If the first item is inserted, what is the situation? I am going to explain that portion. After this, inserting item to the node 50 and next field is null. What will be our next step? Here you can see set head is equal to PTR. Now head also points to the node, first node. Okay, PTR is point to the node and head is also point to the node. Next, return head. we return the head pointer to the calling place. Next step, exit. Means we have inserted first node in a linked list. This. Suppose we want to insert the next item at beginning of the linked list. Okay. Now suppose next item is 10. What are our steps? We set PTR is equal to struct node star followed by malloc and size of the struct node. Means we allocate space for a node and PTR points to that node. Next step, we store 10 to the PTR data. Is it clear? Now, what will be our next step? Now here you can see if a linked list contains only a single item, then head points to that node. Is it clear? Now, we have created a memory space, a node, and PTR is pointing to that node. Okay. Let us explain. If head is equal to null, what will we have already did? PTR next is equal to head. If else means head is not null, what will we do at this step? Now, PTR is pointing to the node, latest created node 10, and we store the value 10. Now, PTR next now points to the head. PTR next now points to the head. Okay? Means set PTR next is equal to head. Means PTR next now points to the head. Okay? Okay, and what is our next step? Back here you can see next step is head is equal to PTR. Let us see what we did. PTR next is equal to head, means next node becomes the 50, and now this head points to the PTR. The first node becomes this node, and now the next node becomes to this node. Okay. Here in this picture you can see first node 10 and next node is 50. Is it clear? In this way you can insert the next item, suppose 20, and let us see what will happen. Suppose the new node item is inserted at the end. Here in this case we want to insert item at the end of a linked list. Name of the algorithm is insert at end. It takes the two parameters, one is the head and next is the item. Here suppose the first item is 50, and at this time if there is no linked list, head is equal to null. What is the step 1? Declare PTR and PTR1 as a pointer variable of type node. The start node star PTR, and here you can see PTR1. Star PTR1 is equal to head. Means PTR1 is pointing to the head. Is it clear? Now, next step, allocate memory space for PTR variable. Now PTR points to the new node. Okay. Step 3. If PTR is equal to null, means there is no memory space in computer, we simply write overflow and go to the step 7. If this is not the case, we simply PTR data is equal to item. Now the 50 goes to the first node. If head is equal to null, what it means? If linked list is empty. In that case, what will we want? We simply set PTR next is equal to head. PTR next means this. Now it points to the head. What is the head? Head is null. So PTR next means you can see null. Next step, head is equal to PTR. Now head is also point to the PTR. Okay. Okay. Next step, return head and exit. Now head is pointing to first node and PTR1 is also pointing to first node. Is it clear? Now, at this time we want to insert the next item, and next item is 10. What is our first step? We allocate space for a node and PTR points to that node and put 10 to that node. And how we did this? This way. First is we declare this, next is this, step second, and step third is PTR data is equal to item. Okay. Now, at this time, head is not equal to null. Means we will go to the else case. Repeat following statement until PTR1 next becomes to null. Here we want to insert the new node at the end of the list, at end of our linked list. So here we repeat following statement, the green statement, until PTR1 next becomes to null. Let us see, PTR1 is pointing to the, suppose a linked list contains only a single node, and single node contains the value 50. So PTR1 next means null, becomes to null. Okay. Repeat following statement until PTR1 next becomes null. Here in this case, PTR1 next is equal to null. Means this statement is not executed. What will we do? PTR1 next is equal to PTR. What it means? Head is 50. Okay, first node. And what we did? PTR1 is pointing to this head. Okay, PTR1 is pointing to this head. Okay, now what we did, PTR1 next is equal to PTR. This is the PTR1 and PTR1 next points to the PTR, and what is the, this is the PTR. Okay, so this way we make a link. This is the first node, and what we did, PTR1 next is equal to PTR. So this way we insert the new node to the existing. Okay, it is clear. And PTR next is equal to null. Okay. Next algorithm. New node या item is inserted after a given node. Suppose we want to add 20 after the node containing value 10. What we want? We want to insert 20 after the node containing the value 10. Here search item is 10 and new item is 20. So insert after node takes the three parameters. One is the head, next is the search item, and then is the new item. Is it clear? Here there are two cases. For example, let us assume the search item, for example, let us take search item is suppose 50. What will we do in this case? Our search item is not the first node, in middle in the linked list. Okay. So step 1, declare PTR, temp, and new node as a pointer variable of type node. Next step, we set PTR is equal to head. Okay. Means PTR is now pointing to the 15. Repeat step 4 until PTR becomes to null. Okay. If suppose if PTR data means search item, PTR data means the item of a node is equal to S item. S item is the search item. If search item exists in a first node, what will we do? If first item does not exist in the first node, what will we do? We simply set PTR is equal to PTR next, means we will go to the next node. Okay. Okay. If suppose such item exists in the, if PTR data is equal to search item. Is it clear? What will we do? If search item is 10, if PTR data S item is equal to S item, what will we do? Temp. Temp is a pointer. Temp is equal to PTR next. Suppose the search item is 10. What we did here, temp is pointing to the PTR next, means we take a pointer temp which points to the PTR next, means this item. Is it clear? Allocate memory to a new node. We take a new node and we put the data into the new node is equal to an item. Next step, PTR next is equal to new node. Okay, and new node next is equal to 10. Let us see in detail. This is the situation. If such item is 10, is it clear? What will we do? We set temp is equal to PTR dot next, means temp point to this data. This is a new data. We allocated space for this new node, and this node is pointed to this memory space, and put the new item to this node. Okay. What are our steps? Now what we did, PTR next points to this new node. Is it clear? Now new node next, this points to the temp. And this way you can see this new node is inserted after this. Okay. And after this we will go to the step 6. Is it clear? If PTR equal to null, it may be possible such item does not exist in a linked list. If PTR equal to null, we simply write item not found, and next step is exit. Next algorithm, new node or item is inserted before a given node. Suppose we want to add 20 before the node containing value 30. Before this node, we want to insert a node contains the value 20. Again, this algorithm takes the 3 parameter head, search item, and you can see the new item. Okay. Now we declare PTR previous, new node as a pointer variable. We set PTR is equal to head, and PTR previous is equal to also head. In picture you can see we set PTR is equal to head and PTR previous is equal to head. If suppose the search item, if head is equal to null, okay, means linked list empty, we simply out of our algorithm go to step 7. Next step, repeat step, next step until PTR becomes null. Means we repeat some steps until PTR becomes to null. If such item, the step 6, if such item is equal to PTR data. Okay, what will we do? Let us see. If such item is equal to PTR data, okay, and if this is PTR previous is equal to PTR, what it means? If such item is found at the first place, first node, means suppose we want to insert an item before the first node, means this 50 node. In that case, PTR and PTR previous point to the same node. Same node. If this is the case, what we will do? Allocate memory and PTR previous point to that memory. First thing. Put this new item to this node. Now PTR previous next is equal to PTR. Head is equal to PTR previous, and we will go to step 7. Let us see in detail. If this is the case, what we will do? If PTR is equal to PTR previous, what we do? We allocate space and this PTR previous point to that space, and we put 20, the item which we want to insert in a linked list, this 20, and what we did? This PTR previous next point to the PTR, and now head points to the PTR previous, means this node is inserted before the 50. You can see in the pictures. Else part, if PTR previous is not equal to PTR, what will be happen? In this case, suppose 30, we want to insert a node before to this 30. In that case, PTR point to this node because PTR data is equal to such item, and PTR previous, here you can see PTR previous point to the previous node. In this case, again, we allocate space for the PTR new node, and this PTR previous next point to this new node, and set PTR previous is equal to the PTR, and this PTR previous next point to the PTR. So this way we can insert a node before to this 30 node. Here you can see PTR previous. What we did in this case, PTR previous is equal to PTR previous next, and PTR previous next is equal to the PTR, and go to the step 7. Here else part, if PTR item is not equal to the search item, in that case we set PTR previous is equal to PTR, and PTR is equal to PTR next. This is the step number 7. Here you can see this is the PTR previous and this is the PTR. Okay. Now write a C program to create a linked list for a given list of number and also display its contents. Before to look the next slide, take your copy and pen. Try to write a program, a C program for this problem. After writing the program, verify your program with these slides. So what is the problem? Here we want write a C program to create a linked list for a given list of number and also display its contents. Simply, this is the C program. Hex include stdio.h. Next is the, I have already told the way to define a node in a C language. Next, here you can see we have used the three function. One is the insert at end function. Next is the create list. Next is the display. This function displays the contents of a linked list. Here we at a time we insert a single node in a linked list, and this is the create list. We create a linked list. In the main program, we declare head and set this head pointer to null. Head is equal to create list. Next, display head. We want to create a linked list and display the contents of a linked list. Here you can see we simply how will we translate an algorithm into the language. I am going to explain step-by-step process to convert the algorithm into a C programming language. The first statement of our algorithm is the insert at end head pointer to node and next parameter is the item data. Struct node star insert at node is the name of the function. Struct node dot head is the first parameter and int data is the next parameter. Next step 1 in your algorithm is declare ptr and ptr1 as a pointer variable of type node. Here you can see struct node ptr, and here you can also set ptr1 is equal to head. Allocate memory space for ptr variable. This is the statement ptr equal to struct node star malloc size of struct node. If ptr is equal to null, print overflow, go to step 8. Here is simply write if ptr is equal to null, print overflow, go to step 8. In the place of go to step 8, here write the return head. Next, ptr data is equal to item. Here simply write in the equivalent C statement ptr data item. Step 5, if head is equal to null, ptr next is equal to head and head is equal to ptr. Here you see equivalent statement. If head is equal to null, ptr next is equal to head and head is equal to ptr. Repeat following statement until ptr1 next becomes null. ptr1 is equal to ptr1 next, and ptr1 next is equal to ptr and ptr next is equal to null. Here you can see the else part. While ptr1 next not is equal to null, ptr1 is equal to ptr1 next. And here these two statements are the out of this while statement. ptr1 next is equal to ptr and ptr next is equal to null. Next is the return head. Simply write the return head statement. Step 7 exit. Here you can see this is the end of the function insert add node. Next function name is the create list, and pointer struct node head is a pointer. Here int number, int is a num. Another variable is opt of type character. Here opt is equal to y, while ch is equal to y, or ch is capital Y. Enter the number, scanf %d and num. Call the function head is equal to insert at end head number. Print insert or enter more number, yes or no. If yes, enter y. If no, enter no. Scanf opt and opt. Next statement is return head. This is the end of function create list. Next function name is a display. Here we want to display the contents of a linked list. Here write this statement, print contents of a linked list. While head not is equal to null, printf %d head number and head is equal to head next. Repeat the process of printing the contents of each node until the head becomes to null. This is the end of the display function. Okay. These are the more programs you may write on a linked list. Write a program to find the total number of items in a given linked list. Write a program to find the total number of occurrence of a given item in a linked list. Write a program to multiply every element of a linked list with 20. Write a program to perform the following operation on linked list: insert item at the beginning, insert the item after a given item, insert the item before a given item. So these are the exercise problems. You may write a C program for these problems. Any questions? Thank you.